Greetings, hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Apologies for the little gap in uploads. After the untimely end of our last survivor, I had to take a few days to kind of recollect what I want to do here. And I know I kind of expressed already at the end of the episode what my plan was, but after rethinking it a little bit more, we're going to do a little change from that plan. Because as much as I enjoy the early game, I think doing the same run here with the same starting settings again and repeating the early game again of finding all the skill books, finding a base, yada yada yada, all this whole thing would be a little bit repetitive. So we're loading in on a fresh character into the same world. Now, it would be too easy to just load into Cedar Hill and just go to the base and pick up all the stuff there and, have an awesome head start. But if we can get there with this new character, but have to have a little bit of a challenge to overcome, I think that would be still an interesting early game, and we can kind of skip the mid game with all the books and videotapes and everything we have, and then can pick up, head to Lake Ivy, kill our former self, and pick up from there. So that's the plan. So we're loading in as, let me just immediately pause this here. Police officer Aretha Fenton, completely randomly created name, etc. and looks. Just took the first thing that the game showed me. My usual kind of traits. We are thin-skinned, disorganized, slow healer, conspicuous, high thirst, unlucky, clumsy, prone to illness, short-sighted, snorer, weak stomach, and then fast reader, dexterous, keen hearing, fast learner, athletic, and strong. And as police officer, you start with 1 in nimble, 1 in short blunt, and 2 in aiming and reloading, giving us an XP boost for all these skills. This is, again, we're using the simple occupation and trade overhaul mod. So this is different from what you would have in vanilla. In vanilla, you don't start with short blunt, and you think you start with free aiming as a police officer. Then a quick note on disorganized. There was a comment that part of the reason why I died is, of course, my character was completely overloaded and couldn't run properly, and that disorganized contributed to that. I have to say I disagree with that. Like, it just limits the amount of space you have in your backpack, and I could have just chucked a few more items into my backpack. Most importantly, like the Slim Jim, I didn't need to have both reload box magazines in my main inventory. Like, that was bad inventory management, and also I rewatched that clip of my death so many times. One big factor was switching to my pistol when those runners came, which then makes the primal weapon way more than if you hold it in your hands. So that bumped me over to the second over encumbrance category, and after seeing that it was free runners and I couldn't engage them, I should have switched back to the light machine gun in order to be able to run. Anyway, all water down the river. First of all, actually, I forgot to change my sound settings. Okay, so we are in a world that's roughly 2 months old. So water and power is off. I don't even know what the time of the day is. So we kind of have to check out that we somehow survive. Things like this is good. Anything we can open without a can opener. Apparently in some residential neighborhood. Oh, meat tenderizer. That's a short blunt. We'll take that. I'll even take the griddle pan. Do we have anything? Does the thermos hold water? Yes. Okay. So we started in, I'm not sure actually if I mentioned that, we are in Winchester. So the town where we chased the hospital for 4 months, only to then be disappointed with what we found. So if we can make it out of this town alive, find a ride somewhere, then we can easily make it to Cedar Hill and to that base. Like, one rule I will have to will use for that is that the Cedar Hill base cannot be my main base. I can go there once, grab carload, trailer load of items, and then leave. And never return. I think that's a kind of a fair compromise of not going through the whole starting process again. Didn't. Oh, it's a little bit scary. Didn't expect him to be in here. And the second zombie we find is a runner. Okay. Get tenderized meat. Okay. Now, also keep in mind, we do have repeating helicopters on, and I have no idea what the current status of that is, where we were. Oh, did I? I'm not a smoker. Okay. I'm like, do I need to pick up cigarettes? No. Didn't pick smoker this time either. Which, actually, now that I think about it, I could have taken that. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Alright. There's a distinct lack of vehicles in this neighborhood. Huh. And this is nothing we recognize from anywhere we've been in Winchester before. Although this building looks very familiar from yeah. Can I just... I mean, okay, so I get the map from my old character is still in there. Okay, a little bit cheaty, but whatever. I was going to say, this building shape is very unique, and that seems to be a copy-paste of the military apartments in March Ridge. Now that sounds about as scary and as helpful as it can. We can sneak our way in here. By sneak, I mean not actually sneaking. It's another short blunt weapon, that's good. Grab a battery in case we get a flashlight. What's in the box? Nothing. Okay, that's a flashlight. I don't even have a watch yet. I don't know what the time of day is. Screwdriver. Just need a saw, then we have the basic tools you would want to have at the start of the game. Yeah, everything's rotten. Okay, it's like the middle of the day. I think it actually took exactly the day when we died, the time when we died. plus my idling around, watching me walk around there. Which was fairly early in the morning. Ah, no, okay, saw that brick hammer, alright. Backpack. A Spiffo backpack, wonderful. Okay, we got all the tools, we got some basic weapons. Was part of the reason while taking police officer obviously was to potentially go a little bit more into guns. I mean, if we are running all the mods for guns, I don't think there's anything wrong with actually using them. My thermos is now called a water bottle. Okay. Two zombies down the hallway. I'm just gonna ignore them. Just gonna grab some more. Yeah, there's parking lot outside. Oh, you know what? Most important things. I like the blue zonks more than the green ones we had. Oh, okay. There's a duffel bag. That's better than the... sorry, Spiffo. Not sure what exactly the utility bar does. So I'm not sure if picking up all the duct tape I can find is really my top priority right now. There's a little bit of a repetitive loot in these apartments. Now that, on the other hand... Oh, we're not going into machetes this time. No, I don't have the order hotbar loot. Let's grab some gloves. I'm getting a little bit nervous by that banging. Okay. Put some of that stuff into my backpack so I'm not encumbered. I think we've gone out. Now, I did intend actually this to take a little bit, but you know what? If we can find a car with a key and gas, keeping in mind that there's no power, so no gas stations that have anything, we could actually end up at the end of the first day already back at the old base, which, you know, would be a very quick start, but hey. Just playing what the game gives me. Did I actually pick up the can opener? Did I even find a can opener? Well, either way, now I have one. I think the problem is going to be finding a car with keys and gas. So it's surprisingly calm here in terms of zombie population. And I'm probably gonna eat these words sooner rather than later. I'm also thinking I wanna put the brick hammer here and equip that. I'm fairly certain because that's the slightly higher damage than the meat tenderizer. Right, so we can try smashing windows here on cars, but there's a key there. Actually. No gas, but hey. Well, that's the other car. Let me just double check. Sometimes it looks red, but it's actually like a tiny little bit of gas. Enough to start the car and get somewhere? No. Okay. But hey, one problem solved. So if we get a gas can... It looks more like a gas can't. Gas can't deal with all these guys. Okay. It's a surprising amount of them moving in my direction right now, and I don't know why. This guy has me in his side. I think the others are just moving because they felt like going for an afternoon walk. I mean, one thing I could check is... I don't think I checked the back, the trunk of this thing, if maybe it has a gas can, and I didn't check if it has gas. Just checked, no key, lost interest. No, I didn't set this up here. Okay. But apparently no gas. Let me double check that. But with the V menu, it should have shown a siphon gas interface. Yeah, okay. Ah, cars are dry here. Okay, so we've got a gas can, we've got a car with key. We just need to find a car with gas. Preferably with not 10,000 zombies around. Oh, that main... Oh, that's that area down there is packed. Okay. Like, if I knew one of those cars had gas, we could do a little bit of a zombie herding, dropping them off, I don't know, behind the building there. Oh, I like this brick hammer. Need to start collecting watches for electrical skill, probably. Okay, I think given that it's almost nighttime, well, not almost nighttime, but it's fairly late in the day, I think the plan has to be to just get gas, get out of here, and get back to the old base. So let's clear this road. Oh yeah. Okay, no, never mind. I forgot about those guys. Crap. I was just going to herd up all the zombies and then drop them off somewhere, but yeah, it's not so easy with runners in the mix. Or is it? I mean, if I filter out the runners... Come on, hurry up. It's good enough. Oh boy. This is gonna be a whole thing here. Don't mind me, just refueling my car. Okay. We out this bitch. Okay. It's a trash car, right? It's a crash car, so it's gonna have 15% condition all over the place. But man, that's a nice one though. Okay. Now let's just gotta make sure that this fuel is gonna be enough to get where we want to go. I have an idea here with the path I'm taking. So remember when we first got into Winchester, there was this road on the north leading out west, and when we looked at the map on the workshop, there was a long road leading basically all around the town. If I can get onto that road, out of there faster. Yeah, I might do a quick stop here. You know, I could do with some rural supplies. I don't mean any of this. I mean these kind of rural supplies. Is there anything on tools we need? No, actually. Going back to the old base now. For our one stop stock up. Don't need any of this. Well, you could argue then we also don't need anything that's in here. But, you know, I can't just drive past this. But I can use the speed keys. I'm not playing multiplayer for a change. I mean, there's ammo here, but there are no weapons, right? Did I see that correctly? Okay. No, well, pointless. It's time to test our theory and have a little victory pickle on the way. Oh, why? Oh. So here's the other trap. I think I mentioned that before. When playing single player compared to multiplayer, most multiplayer servers have a server speed limit. So your car will not go faster than, for example, 70 or so. Because that's not there in single player. And grabbing a sports car like this, can be risky. Also, the fuel gauge. Just hope that we're not running out of fuel here. Or here. Or really anywhere. Before. Oh, God. I think we can dodge most of these guys. Okay. There's an opening. There's an opening. Take the opening. Oh. Slowly getting there. So, the minimap is now showing stuff in front of me. It was showing fog of war, but now it's actually showing road. So that means we've been here before. Well, not we, but you get what I mean. So this is indeed the road we were initially on our first trip into Winchester. And now it's the road on our first trip out of Winchester. Yeah, there's that lake. Okay. Well, you know what? I kind of expected the early game that takes me a little bit longer to get established and get weapons and find a vehicle and get back to the old place, but actually on a really good path. Oh, there's so many zombies on this road. I thought I always stopped and cleared this. Most of this road is empty though, and we should be coming up on Cedar Hill in a second. Now, I'm trying to come up with a good headcanon story of why Aretha here knows that this is where she needs to go. But maybe she spotted our previous character somewhere out in Winchester at some point and is tracing him, following the tracks of shotgun shell casings and dead zombie bodies. This is where it led us all back to this place. We don't have a remote controller. Alright, but as I said, this is not going to be the base for this character. So what we're going to do here is probably grab... Is this one empty? No. Probably grab an empty trailer here. Grab one car. Which, you know, to be honest, it's got to be the... Cuda? Was it a Cuda? Was it a Challenger? Challenger. I think that was in decent condition. It is armored up. Armored up, gassed up. It's 6% condition. Yeah, wonderful. So take that. And we load this thing up, load up the trailer, and head out. And never return to this place. So whatever we can pack in one setting is what we're gonna have. So I'm also already starting to think, okay, not long blunt. Well, actually, you should always have one crowbar. I think we have better weapons here. We're not using machetes. Probably taking a big gas can. Proper flashlights. Is it on the ground lighting up? I feel like the lighting changed when I dropped it on the ground. Yeah, and we do have military backpacks here. Did we upgrade any of those? I don't think so. Hang on, what about this one? 1987. Just take this stuff, scissors, needles, thread. That's probably enough to level up tailoring, but we're not going to do that here. Alright, so. Yeah, so trying to figure out what else we're going to take. Obviously, plushies and ducks are not going to be a thing. We got to find our own ducks. We can, of course, take this full library of all the books and all the magazines and maps. That's going to be helpful. And grab whatever we deem necessary here from the food stores. And we actually... I'm surprised that it still has 2 hours of fuel left. Feel like we were gone from this base longer than that. So there's a few things I probably won't be doing with this character. Like, I'm not gonna go super into, you know, metalworking, mechanics, etc. At least not at the start. I really want to focus on getting to Tandil, getting to the hospital there, and then working on first aid. So, leaving all the other skills aside, you know, not going to spend too much time on carpentry, metalworking, all that other stuff. Just getting the bare necessities. So I think, I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode and not much happened, but we made it back to the base. I'm going to take already one day where I won't be recording, where I'm going to be packing up, because I know it's going to take a long time getting everything into the trailer. And then on the next day, we're going to head out of here. So my current plan is, of course, we need to recover the body in Lake Ivy. Over here. So either we establish some sort of forward base just outside of Lake Ivy, here maybe in the farm area, or we come... There's some backwater roads here, like this road leads back and meets up with this road. Come around to Lake Ivy and establish a base somewhere here, like this house. I am familiar with this house. That's where I based up in a multiplayer game once. I'm not sure how populated this is. is in zombie population, but this might be a good spot. Push in, get in there. Then we can push along this road to get back to this. But yeah, that's going to be the plan. We'll see how that shakes out. But for now, I'm going to put cut in here. And let me know what you think about the continuation of this world instead of starting a completely fresh new world. But for now, thanks for watching. See you next time.